what it actually looks like. If you guys noticed before, I didn't really have any points in it, and if at any point you need to rewind, you can pause this, and you're more than welcome to rewind if that's something you would like to do. And now if we go to Ascension, we will, well, we should have had that transferred over. Not quite sure why that didn't quite go through, but that is generally the idea. Maybe we can try, let's try another, let's go to a conquest server, and let's actually go to this one, join server, export ascension points. Ascension data is ready to export to another server. And then let's go to this one, and we have a level 1 here. We're going to import, and let's see if this works. It normally works. I don't think as long as it's an official server, the server type doesn't really matter, but we will see what it does. And I'll actually hop on to a different server to talk a little bit more about some other stuff. Okay, so alright, now it went through. Yeah, this is what it looked like right here. So basically it just imports the information from the last person. So as you guys see, this is pretty, like, this is a base, and there's really not much here. It's just like really open, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go to a standard server to show you what the difference is between conquest and standard. So we're gonna go back to this one. We're gonna log on, and the main difference is conquest servers don't have shields, and it's kind of difficult to first describe what the shields look like without giving you a visual representation. So if you happen to notice, that green wallish looking thing is a shield. I'm going to quickly absorb this spirit, put that back into our tree, and those only come out during the nighttime. And then I alt moused to close that short tutorial that they did have, and I will talk about how to get food. I do apologize for this video being very long. This is the first source of food that you would want to get, and you'll have to use a sickle to obtain that. So when I go back to the other account, I'll show you. But first, we're gonna focus on showing you the main difference. So my stamina is regenerating. That's why I'm sitting still right now. Right now, I'm not running. This is my character jogging, and it allows my stamina to regenerate. I'm going to click tab, which is normally F to interact with the object, which is water, to get a little bit more hydrated. And we're approaching this facility right now. This is called a stronghold, and there is a lot of information you'll pick up on this. It's a really wonderful game. I'm currently putting some time into it, just because I really love the idea behind the game in itself, and I'm trying to be as active on the forums as I can. This is what's called a shield. Basically, enemies can't get through this. They can't even shoot you or anything as long as the shield is up. Now, one thing you'll notice if you ever approach an enemy's shield is you'll get a debuff that basically says, hey, you know, you're going to be easier to kill, and the enemies are going to be harder to kill because you're approached at their facility. And these go down on the reckonings on standard servers. It'll go down for about an hour on a standard server, and then they'll go back up. But during that hour, you can get attacked, or you can attack the other factions. And there's things called lost droughts, I believe, that come in your base, and they'll break down your walls, and they'll start hitting this tree, and they pretty much drain all your spirits from it. So I'm going to leave this server, and the outposts, remember in the beginning of this video when you saw an outpost, the outpost will have a shield on it as well, and you'll get notified in your chat saying, hey, this specific outpost is coming down. I'm actually going to show you guys something really quick. Excuse me. I'm going to show you the Rend map. Let's change over to a different, let's do display capture, add new scene, done, and we're gonna put this at the bottom-ish. Alright, so this right here is what the map looks like. There isn't an in-game map, so you just have to sort of memorize this. This is each of the factions' base. And these are the outposts locations. I was at this one when we started. These are the different zones. The zones go by tiers, and there's some information on which tier the zones are. And you have to have tools and weapons and armor that's tier appropriate, zone appropriate, to be able to get into that zone effectively and to harvest any resources. So if you had tier 1 zones, you're not going to harvest, you're not going to be able to harvest tier 2 zone materials. And there's a total of 9 capture points. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. They're the different zones. It's kind of split up triangularly, so this is one faction, this is the Orders faction, this is the Conclave faction, Revelant, and then it has some information here that's useful. So I just wanted to show you guys that. If at any point you need to look over the map a little bit more, you're welcome to pause the video, or you can actually go to the site itself. So I'm logging out, and we're gonna go back to the other server. I'm looking at my notes really quick. Let's go to Loki's Guile, and we're gonna enter. Let's see, we talked about basic survival. We talked about looking over the game's interface and information. We talked about the inventory, the crafting skills, the research talents, spells, etc. Talked about the archetypes. We talked about the talents, which yeah, we talked about the talents and the skills. So basically, let's just go over. If I wanted, I have 2 points. I could just apply these anywhere I wanted to, and let's do, there was one for armor, wasn't there? Reduce it, kill a target, reducing energy and hydration. No, we wanted armor. It's Path Hunter's Resolve, I think. Pathfinder's Resolve. Right here. Oh, I don't think I'll choose that later. So yeah, you could just double click that to be able to put your points there. But just remember, be very cautious on what you spend. Research into it. Ask some people about it, and you'll learn from experience. But you basically, like, I had to delete my character. I deleted like 16 characters before I finally found out what I really enjoyed playing and what skill points I really wanted, because you do have to experiment with this, and it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is this. It's very important. If you click B, you're going to enter what's known as the build mode, and please read over what they do have displayed there. The S raise and lower, I think they actually just mean this right here, and that's just moving the mouse up and down. I tried that and it didn't really do anything. If you hold T, it gives you different options of what to do. This is the foundation, this is the wall, this is the stairs, this is a platform, a ceiling, this is a pillar, a railing, a ledge, and a foundation. Now if you put your mouse on what's called repair/salvage, which is this is your repair tool right here, and then you walk up to a wall, if you left